smoke and I can hear a fire engine outside, so I think there must be a fire. The next word is the word reckon, and that is reckon. If I say something like this, "You are the best singer in the competition. I reckon that you can win this." Reckon also has another use, another meaning, and it means to struggle with something in order to try and to fight it or overcome it. So, for example, I'm out in the forest and I come across a bear. I'm walking in a forest and I come across a bear. It's a dangerous and scary situation. So I might say, I found myself having to reckon with this bear. And if we change it to the noun form, then we get the word reckoning. And reckoning is a word that you might use to describe something in a fantasy film, or perhaps from the Bible, where you talk about the end of the world. And the end of the world we can call the reckoning. So a reckoning is a time when you're faced with the ultimate judgment, where you're going to be judged, and the end of the world is going to come. The next word is assume. So here's an example. There are lots of wild street dogs in the area that I live in, and when I pass one of those dogs, I assume it is dangerous and I try to keep far away. The next word is suppose. Here's an example. I go to the same cafe for breakfast every day, but today it was closed. So I suppose that they had some kind of temporary problem and they will open again tomorrow. The next word is guess. On the news we read that a man disappeared while he was on holiday with his family, and with the information we have, which is not very much, we can only guess where the man is and what has happened to him. The next word is presume. Presume. So I applied for a job as a driver. I went to the job interview and they said to me in the interview, "We presume you have experience as a driver." Okay, so let's just go through those again. We have the word think. Clearly that means to have an idea about something. We have the word reckon, which seems similar to think, although sometimes it's used in a different way to face something that is difficult or dangerous or challenging. Then we have the word assume and the word suppose, which have basically the same meaning and the same function. Then we have the word guess, which is similar to assume and suppose. When we get to the word presume, it's a little bit different than guess and assume and suppose, because with presume there is some information already. The people at the interview, they have some information about me, that I'm applying for the job as a driver. Therefore, it's normal for them to guess based on the information that they have. Why would you apply for this job as a driver if you don't have experience as a driver? Okay, now we're going to put the words into categories. So here's an example sentence. We think that you will be able to buy a car next year if you continue saving money like this. If we exchange think for reckon, we reckon that you will be able to buy a car next year if you continue saving money like this. You can see that they are both acceptable. We can interchange the two words with each other. The next one, I got a call from the school headmaster, and she asked me to go and see her again. Well, I presume our son has got into trouble again. If I exchange this for guess, I guess our son has got into trouble again. So, of course, we can guess without having information, but sometimes we can use the word guess when we do have some information. In this situation, I know my son, of course, and he gets into trouble generally and has got into trouble before this occasion, so it's normal for me to make the guess based on the information I have. Here's another one. I don't see any waiters or waitresses in this place. So I guess that it's a self-service restaurant and you have to go and get the food yourself. If I exchange that for presume, I presume it is a self-service restaurant and you have to go and get the food for yourself. So using presume and guess here, we have some information. The information is that we don't see the waiters or waitresses. And with that information, we can make a guess or we can make a presumption. We can presume about something. And the final one, there is a wallet here that I found in the middle of the street. And so I assume that somebody dropped it by accident. Or if I change assume, I suppose that somebody dropped it by accident. Okay, we don't really have any information. Maybe somebody threw it out into the street. Maybe there was an argument in an apartment or a house and somebody took their partner's wallet and threw it into the street along with other things we don't know. But it's just a guess that we can make. So these words are interchangeable in many situations, but in some situations it's better to choose one of those particular words in order to give the clear meaning that you want.